Gautam Trivedi is now joining us. He's co-founder and managing partner at Nepean Capital. Gautam, good to have you with us here. I reckon it's possible that you join us when we'll have to announce and the Nifty hits a new high. So just 10 points or 15 points away. How are you feeling, Gautam, about the market and your thoughts? I mean, very strong rally, especially in mid caps and small caps.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. This is not just an India phenomenon. It's actually a global phenomenon. If you look at the Nikkei, the DAX, both at lifetime highs, the CAC in France is also near a lifetime high. So I think you're seeing this as a global event. It's not happening and limited only to India. From an FPI perspective, should I say, we're the fourth largest recipient of foreign flows year to date. So if you look at China, northbound flows, they've been $28 billion. Korea has been over $13 billion. Taiwan's $9 billion. And we're now about just under $6 billion, I believe, in year to date FI flows. So I think having said that, I think the market still has legs to go. And the reason I say that is the fact that when the market hit a premium, and I'm talking about MSCI India over MSCI Asia ex Japan, hit a premium of 96% is when actually the market actually took a huge tumble late last year. And that premium contracted to as low as 48% by mid-March, early April. So that's when the foreigners actually came back. And I believe that the premium now is roughly about 57, 58%. So I think there certainly is more foreign money that India can certainly absorb across large, mid, and small caps.
Gautam, hi, good morning. By the way, I just want to make one mention on the market. Although we are, almost approaching all-time highs, the Bank Nifty today is not really performing as much. It's absolutely flat at the moment. And there are some banks like IndusInd Bank, ICICI Bank, SBI that are actually dragging the markets and preventing the Nifty from getting to an all-time high. So just wanted to mention that point as well. Nothing alarming, but just one data point. Gautam, where do you see market leadership now? Because, there's very interesting market sectors that haven't performed for years are coming back in a big way, whether it's autos, real estate, defense. Of course, defense now, it's been 1.5 years of a rally. But where do you see the next leaders come from?
The question really is this rally too narrow for comfort? And frankly, if you look at the Nifty 50, 10 stocks, the top 10 stocks have basically accounted for more than 50% of the gain since mid-March when we hit the low of the year. Similarly, if you look at the S&P 500, literally 8 tech stocks that account now for 30% of the market cap of the S&P 500. And again, there it's been a pretty narrow rally. Question really is this going to now expand to a broader rally? And I hope it does, because as you said, you named a few sectors that we've seen rally, which hadn't really participated until recently. I think there is scope even now for maybe real estate still on, cement, some degree of cap goods still to go, because the bulk of the capex of the government in the budget, which itself is a record number, will start to kick in given the fact that we have a big election next year. And of course, a whole bunch of state elections later this year. So I think these are the 3 sectors that I would focus on as hopefully continuing to participate in the ongoing rally.
Gautam, hi, good morning, Surabhi here.
Hi.
I'm a little surprised that you haven't found the rally broad enough, because whether we're looking at the month of June, and I was looking at data. So in June, the microcap index is up 7.5%. This year, calendar year 23, that index, the microcap index is up some 17%. Nifty's up 4-5%. In June, the Nifty's up 2%. And actually, banks have been underperforming, right? You made the point earlier about foreign capital, and that's the narrative, that we should be getting more foreign capital. But then why are the big boys really underperforming, so to speak? And a lot of this money is chasing actually mid-caps, small caps, and even micro-caps. Do you see this continuing to be the defining trend over the next few months, or do you see that changing?
Surabhi, that's a good point. But the fact is, typically, foreign investors are not that kicked about small and micro caps. So a lot of that definitely is retail or HNI led in India. You don't see too much foreign participation below maybe $1.5 to $2 billion in terms of market cap. So I think the FII money is clearly coming into the larger caps. If you look at March, April, and May, the numbers that I have with me, over $3 billion has come into financials, And that's partly been funded by about $1.5 billion of selling in IT, which I think is an area to look at as well, because some of these stocks have had a massive correction. I mean, Infosys, as an example, we do own the stock in our portfolio, but that stock's down more than 15%, and it's been the worst performer in the IT pack, at least among the large cap IT stocks. So I think the rally will get broader. I'm confident of that happening. It's just that I think foreigners typically don't participate in small and micro cap.
Yeah, no, got that point. Gautam, so, you know, at a general broad level, Gautam, what are you doing? Are you taking some profits off the table? Or are you investing more? Are you staying put? What are you doing?
No, we're definitely not taking money off the table at this point of time. I think we are still out there looking for stocks that could potentially participate in the rally or have been laggards and could join the rally. I just got back from the U.S. where I spent over a month meeting a whole bunch of fund managers and asset allocators. And believe it or not, the interest in two countries, which was the highest, one was, of course, Japan, which is the Nikkei is now at a 33-year high, and the second being India, which probably today will hit a new lifetime high. But not even 9 out of 10, but 10 out of 10 investors said they've been burnt in China and are super excited about putting incrementally more money into India. So I think if that is indeed the mood, and of course, a lot of these allocators made visits to India in the first quarter of this calendar year. So I think hopefully a lot of that translates into money coming into GEM funds, India offshore funds, and that money invariably will end up finding its way into the Indian market. So if that happens, I think this rally will continue. And at this point of time, we're certainly not in a mood to book any major profits.
Okay. The space to be in lately has been metals, right? I mean, I just pull up the chart of JSPL. We were telling you about that earlier as to how Kotak has upgraded JSPL. And Gautam, the Kotak report makes this point that in the next 12 months, there are several projects that are coming up for commissioning for JSPL, and their capacity is expected to increase by about 65 to 70% over the next 2 phases. Is this a time to be betting on the metal names? If yes, is it the ferrous space you like, non-ferrous? I mean, which are the pockets that look good from a long-term horizon?
Yeah, we really don't invest in cyclicals, but my personal view on metals is that a lot of that China reopening ended up being a bit of a, hasn't really played out as well as people expected it to. And I'm not sure if the rally in metal stocks is really going to necessarily sustain. So that's my personal view on metals.
Okay, got that. Gautam, great chatting with you as always. Thank you for joining in. Didn't get the all-time high, but so what? I mean, I think it's a market where the mood is pretty optimistic, and I guess that is really important from investors' perspective.